And welcome to the Atari Open here on Golf Channel. Here we have Abbey Powell getting ready to make her first drive of the day. Getting herself in position with the driver in hand. Ready to get going here. And a nice drive south. Beautiful swing by Abbey. I'm sure that if you have never seen this game until now, you're probably already thinking this game looks like a very not fun game. And while you're somewhat correct, it's important that we put this game into perspective. I mean, think about it. Golf came out on the Atari 2600 in 1978, and I don't believe that any kid before this game ever had fun with anything. Nowadays, kids have geek bars, flavored nicotine pouches, weed gummies, ketamine, and estrogen pills. All kids had in 1978 was like playing in dirt and eating it. Golf on Atari was probably a defining moment in video game history because it was the first time that kids ever could have any measurable amount of fun with anything. So let's give it credit where it's due. Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. I'm getting word from my sources that this game actually released in 1980, which means this game released a full 2 years after Miniature Golf, also on the Atari 2600, a game I previously covered on this channel. 2 years later, and this is the best they could do for full-blown goddamn golf? Like, this has to be a cruel joke, right? There's no way in 1980 they looked at this and went, yup, that feels like the spirit of golf to me. Because, obviously making anything good on an Atari is tough work. This game was never going to be a realistic depiction of golf in any sense given the era it was developed. But this is still 1980 we're talking about. Was this really the best that they could muster? When I went into this review and was playing it, I was fully expecting to shit all over this game like pretty much every other reviewer has done in the past. And to their credit specifically, I would not go as far as saying that this is a good game, but I actually ended up having more fun with this than I initially thought. I'm serious, I got some genuine laughs and excitement when playing. The way in which you swing your club is very bizarre, involving you having to remember which way your club spins depending on the direction you're facing and where you are in relation to the ball. I get this mixed up constantly, and you can clearly see it in the footage here. Taking practice swings away from the ball is so crucial so you aren't taking really dumb shots. But even if you know where you're swinging, getting the angle right is pretty tricky to get down as well. It's very clunky, and with very few button options on the Atari controller, it's a very limited system for a game as complex as golf. Only 9 holes in this game, which honestly thank God, because I don't think even I could stomach a full 18-hole course. But the course layouts aren't too bad. You have trees, sand traps, water hazards, and the rough grass is basically just a wall. You don't have wind to take care of, and as far as the perspective of the course is concerned, you might as well be just putting the ball across the ground anyways, instead of it actually going in the air. I think this game evokes mini golf somehow even more than miniature golf did 2 years prior. I do wish every time you hit the ball you get to hear an Atari crowd golf clap for you. It would really add to the golfing atmosphere. I played this game twice when recording because I wanted to see if I could improve my score. I actually enjoy this game a lot, but I understand I'm very much in the minority crowd on this one. Golf isn't a game that has aged gracefully, but given the era that this was released in, there wasn't much precedent on how to make a golf game on a home video game system. With what they had to work with, it's really not all that bad of a game. Plus, Atari programming was hell back then. If you've never heard about how crazy it was to even draw lines on the Atari, you should definitely look up how these games were made. Atari programmers were basically mad scientists. And I suppose that to enjoy a game like this, maybe you have to be a bit mad yourself. Which then makes sense why I love this game, because I'm weird as hell. Sometimes the shoe just fits.